there were a couple young men that I want to give personal shout outs to that I saw have a lot of growth. And it came from some of the film that we were able to see. Um, Also, having to listen to some of our coaches speak, and Jacurri Brown at quarterback, a young man that has to deal with being a 6 foot 4.5, 220, almost 230 pound black quarterback from the South. There's a lot that people think that he can't do. And he spent a lot of time really honing in on his accuracy, on his feet work. And to hear him speak about a lot of that stuff today was very moving for me, Mark, because he admitted to being able to out athlete everybody. I got a big arm. I just sling the ball down the football field. I make a guy shake and bake, break down, 60 yards. He's like, I got here and it wasn't about that. It wasn't about my athleticism. It was about my preparation. It was about my attention to detail. It was about my accuracy. It's about my footwork. It's about doing it the exact same way every single day and being a leader, not just because I play quarterback, but because that's who I am. And to be surrounded by a staff that helps me become the best version of myself. So to hear those kind of information and to hear that coming from a early enrollee who should be going to the prom in a couple weeks, that really stands out to me. And I'm really happy to see his growth and really happy to see him getting better, making certain passes, missing some still, because he's maybe a mango season or two away from being a starter here at Miami. So yes, make your decisions. Throw your pick sixes. Learn from them though. Learn what happens when you don't call the right protection. When you don't move the running back to the right side because the O-line is sliding, and now you got the O-line sliding to the right and the running back feeling to the right, and now you get sacked from weak side because there was no one there. And there's a 6'5", 250-pound DN that could have blew your back out, but instead he had to stop because it was practice. Learning from those kind of things, learning that you can't just chuck the ball up over the middle of the field. No, these safeties can go track that ball. You're not going to be able to just throw it late across the middle because you got a great, strong arm. Or you're not going to be able to pull every read option because this DN, like Cyrus Moss, can plant, turn, and catch you at the line of scrimmage. You can't break for 30 yards on some of these guys. So really personal shout out for me to Jacurri Brown at the quarterback position, and him really turning heads and continuing to be himself. He didn't have to go into the shell. He doesn't have to be the quiet type. He can still be loud and rah-rah and be who he is and an energetic player, but doing it the way that it needs to be done at this Division I level and at the highest level. And that, to me, brings a smile to my face, and it shows a lot of growth in Jacurri, not only as a person, but as a football player and as a young man growing in today's society. So very, very happy for him with that.
Let's wrap up with a number of super chats. We appreciate it. So Falcon Rex, this guy is a master at taking a conversation and spinning it into a phrase like this one. Adidas's new slogan, just do it. That is brilliant.
Crazy, ain't it?
Falcon Rex, the chain is Miami. We should keep them for really special occasions once we are winning again.
I agree. I've been very open about this. I think we need to earn that opportunity back because you're right, Mark. I remember us talking about this years ago now at this point when it came out in 2017. By 2019, it didn't have the same effect on his team. And by 2020, it was kind of like, cool, the chain's out. Even the camera wasn't even focused on it anymore, which is what we always wanted. Like, hey, they get the tournament chain, show it for a little bit, put it back on the team. Don't just hone it in on this turnover chain thing. But I'm hoping that it does stay around, especially for recruiting and things of that nature. But and if it doesn't, I know that Coach Cristobal sat and spoke with these players, and maybe it wasn't as impactful as a lot of us fans think it was. And if they're willing to step away from it and just use it as a recruiting prop, why not?
Love the comment, Mike. Share the video. That would be phenomenal. Thank you for that. Falcon Rex, Florida Gators did not copy the FSU backpack.
Just saying.
The whole backpack, that just seems like
weird, wasn't it?
Really lame. Chuck C, appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for that. as well. So this show brought to you by Falconer X, Chuck C, and I believe Armando. Thank you, Mark, for continuing the off-season fun and chatter. It's been a fun spring watching the Canes basketball and baseball teams play well. Also, lots of energy around and encouraging commitment. Awesome stuff.
It's been on fire. You know, the whole place has been on fire. The basketball team, you know, we hired Coach Chris Ball. Now the basketball team's good. The baseball team, #2 in the country. Track and field setting records. Tennis is winning championships. We got water polo diving. I mean, all kinds of stuff happens when you get stuff right in the moneymaker.